thing. In this powerful motivational speech, Nick Vujicic reveals 7 essential steps to command respect in every area of life. Things drawing from his own inspiring journey, Nick shares how confidence, resilience, and values can help anyone earn lasting respect. This talk is not just about gaining recognition, it's about becoming a person of influence, character, and integrity. Self respect comes first. And it is the foundation on which all other forms of respect are built. When a person respects themselves, they set the tone for how the world treats them. Without self-respect, it becomes almost impossible to command genuine respect from others. Because people tend to mirror the way we treat ourselves. If we neglect our own worth, constantly doubt our value, or settle for less than we deserve, others begin to perceive us through that same lens. Self-respect is not about arrogance or ego. It is about recognizing your inherent value and living in alignment with it every single day. It requires a deep understanding of who you are, what you stand for, and what you will or will not tolerate in life. This awareness creates an invisible boundary around you that guides the way you interact with others and how they respond in return. The journey of self-respect begins with self-awareness. A person must first know their strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. By being honest with yourself, you cultivate an inner strength that does not rely on external validation. Too often people chase approval from others, hoping it will make them feel valuable, but this is temporary and fragile. Self-respect eliminates the need for constant validation because you already know your worth. This makes you less vulnerable to manipulation. Criticism or rejection. Instead of bending to fit someone else's expectations, you stand firm in who you are. This inner security radiates outward. And people naturally respond with respect to someone who clearly respects themselves. Self-respect also shows in the way you carry yourself. Your posture, tone of voice, and the way you present yourself all reflect your level of self-regard. When you walk into a room with confidence, people notice. When you speak with clarity and conviction, they listen. When you treat your body, mind, and spirit with care, others instinctively sense that you value yourself and they mirror that value back to you. This does not mean being perfect or flawless. It means embracing your imperfections without allowing them to define you. True self-respect acknowledges your humanity while still demanding that you be treated with dignity. Boundaries are one of the clearest signs of self-respect. When you set boundaries, you are teaching others how to treat you. People who lack self-respect often find it difficult to say no. And they allow others to walk over them in fear of rejection. But every time you say yes when you really mean no, you erode your own dignity and train others to ignore your needs. On the other hand, someone with self-respect knows where to draw the line. They understand that saying no is not an act of disrespect toward others, but rather an act of loyalty toward themselves. These boundaries create healthy relationships built on mutual respect rather than imbalance or exploitation. Another important aspect of self-respect is self-discipline. Respecting yourself means you hold yourself accountable to your own standards. You honor your commitments, you keep your promises, and you avoid behaviors that compromise your integrity. When you tell yourself you will do something, you follow through. This consistency builds inner trust, and when you trust yourself, your confidence grows. People can sense when someone is disciplined and reliable, and this naturally earns respect. A lack of self-discipline, on the other hand, shows that you are willing to compromise own word, which not only diminishes your self-respect, but also the respect others give you. The way you treat your body also reflects self-respect. Taking care of your health, appearance, and well-being communicates that you value yourself. This is not about vanity, but about showing yourself enough care to maintain strength and vitality. When you eat well, exercise, rest properly, things, and nurture your mental health, you are proving to yourself that you are worth the effort. This doesn't go unnoticed by others, things, who interpret your self-care as a sign of inner respect. People who respect themselves enough to live in a healthy, balanced way, because it shows discipline, awareness, and confidence. Self-respect is also about the choices you make in life, the friends you keep, the relationships you allow, the work you pursue, and the goals you set all reflect how much you respect yourself. If you surround yourself with people who treat you poorly, you are signaling to the world that this is what you believe you deserve. If you accept jobs or situations that belittle your worth, you are silently agreeing that your value is low. But when you choose wisely, when you place yourself in environments that uplift you, when you walk away from toxic relationships or degrading opportunities, you are reinforcing your sense of self-respect. These choices not only elevate your own life, but also signal to others that you will not settle for less than you deserve. Another dimension of self-respect lies in how you handle mistakes and failures. People with weak self-respect often collapse under the weight of failure, seeing it as proof that they are unworthy. But those with strong self-respect know that mistakes are simply lessons, not definitions of their value. They learn, adapt and grow without letting setbacks destroy their self-image. This resilience commands respect because people admire those who can face adversity without losing their sense of worth. Owning your mistakes, taking responsibility, and moving forward with dignity are hallmarks of someone who respects themselves deeply. Forgiveness also plays a role in self-respect. Many people carry guilt, shame, or resentment from the past, which eats away at their sense of worth. Respecting yourself means recognizing that you are human, capable of errors, but still deserving of love and dignity. When you forgive yourself, you let go of the chains that hold you back and reaffirm your value. Similarly, when you forgive others, you free yourself from bitterness and show that you respect your own peace of mind enough not to carry the burden of anger. Forgiveness is not about excusing wrong behavior, but about valuing yourself enough to not let past wounds dictate your present. Self-respect also influences the way you pursue your goals. If you respect yourself, you do not chase goals simply to impress others or prove your worth. Instead, you set goals that align with your values and purpose. You respect your time and energy enough to invest them in things that truly matter to you. This authenticity shines through, and people respect those who pursue life with genuine passion rather than shallow approval seeking. Living in alignment with your values creates a powerful presence that others recognize as integrity. And integrity is one of the strongest foundations of respect. Language is another area where self-respect reveals itself. The words you use when speaking to yourself and others carry power. If you constantly put yourself down, call yourself names, or diminish your accomplishments, you reinforce a lack of respect toward yourself. On the other hand, when you speak with kindness, encouragement, and confidence, you are nurturing your own dignity. This self-talk translates into how you speak to others as well. Respectful language not only shows that you value yourself, but also that you extend that same respect outward. Which strengthens relationships and enhances your influence. Finally, self-respect is not static. It is something you build, nurture, and protect daily. Every decision you make, every action you take, every boundary you set, and every word you speak either strengthens or weakens your self-respect. It requires vigilance and consistency. Life will test you. People will challenge you, and circumstances will tempt you to compromise your dignity. But each time you choose to honor your worth, you reinforce the foundation of self-respect. And with that foundation, things. Commanding respect from others becomes a natural outcome rather than a forced effort. Staying true to your values is one of the most powerful ways to command respect. Things, because people are drawn to authenticity and consistency. Values are the principles, beliefs, things, and standards that define who you are at the deepest level. Things. They are not trends or temporary preferences, but rather the guiding compass that shapes your decisions, behavior, and character. Things. When you live according to your values, you demonstrate integrity, and integrity is the root of lasting respect. People may admire talent, success, things, or charisma for a short time, but without values anchoring your life, admiration quickly fades. Things. Staying true to your values means living in alignment with what you believe is right, even when it is difficult, unpopular, or inconvenient. Things, it requires courage, clarity, and conviction. Things, because the world will constantly present you with opportunities to compromise what matters most in exchange for short-term rewards or acceptance. To live by your values, things, you first need to clearly define them. Many people drift through life without truly understanding what they stand for. Things. They adopt the beliefs of those around them, go along with the expectations of society, or shift their standards depending on who they are with. Things. But respect comes when you know exactly what matters to you and you build your life around it. For some people, their values might be honesty, things, kinds, and faith. For others, it could be discipline, growth, and family. Whatever they are, things. Your values must be clear enough to act as a compass when you face tough choices. When your values are vague or undefined, things, you will find yourself easily swayed. But when they are strong and clear, you become unshakable. Things. People respect those who stand firm in their principles because it shows strength of character. The real test of values comes when they are challenged. Things. It is easy to say you believe in honesty when telling the truth costs you nothing. Things, but it is far more difficult when telling the truth risks losing a job, a relationship, or an opportunity. Similarly, things. It is easy to value kindness when people treat you well, but much harder when faced with cruelty or injustice. Things. The moments when it costs you something to stay true to your values are the moments that define your character. Things. These moments are also when respect is earned most deeply. People notice when you hold on to your values despite pressure, temptation, or adversity. Things. Even those who disagree with your stance will often respect you for your consistency and courage. Things. Compromising your values for convenience might bring temporary gain. Things. But it weakens your credibility and causes people to lose trust in you. Living by your values also brings clarity to decision-making. Things. When you know your principles, decisions that once seemed complicated become simpler. Instead of debating endlessly about what to do, things. You can measure your choices against your values. For example, if integrity is a core value, things, then dishonesty is never an option, no matter how beneficial it seems in the short term. If family is a core value, things, then any decision that jeopardizes your family life becomes unacceptable. Things. This kind of clarity not only strengthens your own confidence, but also inspires trust in others. Things. People respect those who are decisive and consistent. Things. Because it shows that they are guided by something higher than convenience or impulse. Another way staying true to your values commands respect is through authenticity. Things. People can sense when someone is genuine, and they can just as easily sense when someone is fake. When you live by your values, things, there is no need to pretend, impress, or perform. You are simply yourself, and this authenticity creates a magnetic presence. Things. Authentic people are consistent in public and private. Their actions align with their words. Things. And they do not wear masks depending on who they are with. This consistency builds respect because people know exactly who they are dealing with. Things. On the other hand, when someone constantly shifts their behavior to please others, Things. They lose respect because they come across as unreliable and insincere. Authenticity may not make everyone like you. Things, but it will make people respect you. Values also provide strength during adversity. Life inevitably brings difficulties. Things. But when you are anchored in your values, you can face challenges without losing yourself. For example, things. Someone who values perseverance will not quit when things get tough, even if failure seems likely. Things. Someone who values compassion will continue to show kindness even in an unkind world. Things. These demonstrations of inner strength earn respect because they reveal resilience and character. Things. People admire those who do not allow circumstances to dictate their principles. In contrast, things. Those who abandon their values when life gets hard show weakness, and respect quickly fades. Things. Standing firm in your beliefs during adversity proves that your values are more than words. They are the essence of who you are. Another aspect of staying true to your values is the impact it has on relationships. Things. Strong values attract respect not just in professional settings, but also in personal connections. Friends, family, things. And colleagues feel secure when they know you are guided by principles. They can trust you to act with consistency and fairness. For example, things. If loyalty is one of your values, people close to you will know you can be counted on even when things are difficult. Things. If respect is one of your values, others will feel safe and valued in your presence. These qualities deepen bonds and earn loyalty in return. Things. When you compromise your values, however, relationships suffer because trust is broken. Once trust is lost, it is incredibly difficult to rebuild. Things. And respect often disappears with it. Values also shape leadership. Things. People follow leaders not just because of their position or power, but because of the values they embody. Things. A leader who values fairness treats everyone with dignity, and people respect that. A leader who values vision inspires others with purpose. Things. And people follow willingly. A leader who values humility earns respect by listening, learning, and giving credit where it is due. Things. On the other hand, leaders who betray their values for ambition or popularity quickly lose credibility. Things. Staying true to your values as a leader sets a standard that encourages others to rise to the same level. It creates a culture of respect that extends far beyond yourself, influencing teams, organizations, things, and even communities. Another dimension of staying true to your values is self-respect. When you betray your own principles, things, you not only lose respect from others, but also from yourself. You begin to feel a disconnect between who you are and how you act. Things. And this internal conflict erodes your confidence. On the other hand, when you consistently honor your values, you strengthen your self-image. Things. You trust yourself more, and this inner respect radiates outward. Others notice when you carry yourself with integrity. Things. And they respond with respect. People may not always agree with your values. Things. But they will respect your unwavering commitment to them. Values also shape your legacy. Over time, things. People may forget the details of what you accomplished, but they will remember the principles you lived by. Things. History is filled with examples of individuals who were respected not just for their achievements, but for their unshakable adherence to values. Things. Figures who stood for justice, truth, things, or compassion continue to be admired long after their time because they never wavered from what they believed was right. In your own life, things. Staying true to your values ensures that you leave behind a reputation of integrity and character. Respect that comes from achievements alone fades. Things. But respect rooted in values endures. Staying true to your values also brings peace of mind. Things. When you know you are living in alignment with your principles, you experience a deep sense of harmony. Things. You do not have to live with the burden of guilt, shame, or regret that comes from compromise. Things. This peace gives you confidence in who you are and allows you to face the world without fear of judgment. Things. People respect those who carry themselves with calm assurance because it reflects a life lived with honesty and purpose. Inner peace is magnetic. thing, and it often inspires others to seek the same clarity in their own lives. Finally, staying true to your values requires daily practice. Things. It is not a one-time decision, but a continuous commitment. Every day brings small choices that test your integrity. Things. Will you tell the truth when a lie would be easier? Will you remain kind when faced with hostility? Things. Will you stay disciplined when temptation whispers otherwise? Each decision either strengthens or weakens your commitment to your values over time. Things. These choices shape your reputation and determine whether others view you with respect. The more consistently you live according to your values, things, the stronger your character becomes. Things. And the more naturally respect flows toward you. Confidence without arrogance is one of the most striking qualities a person can possess. Things, because it balances strength with humility in a way that inspires respect. Confidence is the inner assurance that you are capable, worthy, things, and prepared to face life's challenges. It comes from self-belief, experience, and trust in your abilities. Arrogance, on the other hand, is an inflated sense of superiority that dismisses others and seeks to elevate oneself at their expense. Things. The fine line between the two determines whether people admire you or resent you. When you embody confidence without slipping into arrogance, things. You carry yourself with authority but without intimidation, and people are drawn to that energy. Things. They see you as someone who knows their worth, yet still values and uplifts those around them. This quality commands respect naturally. Things. Because it reflects strength paired with grace. True confidence begins internally. Things. It does not rely on constant validation or the approval of others. It is rooted in self-awareness. Things. A clear understanding of your strengths and weaknesses and the acceptance of who you are. Things. Someone who is confident without arrogance does not need to prove themselves in every situation. Things. They allow their actions and consistency to speak louder than words. This kind of quiet confidence radiates in how they carry themselves. Things. In how they speak and in how they respond to challenges. Unlike arrogance, which craves attention and recognition. Things. Authentic confidence remains steady even when unnoticed. People respect those who do not feel the need to shout about their worth. Things, because it shows an inner security that cannot be easily shaken. Confidence without arrogance is also visible in how you treat others. Things. Arrogant individuals often dismiss, belittle, or ignore people, believing themselves to be more important. Confident individuals, however, things, see value in everyone. They know their worth without feeling the need to diminish someone else's. They listen with interest. Things. Acknowledge the contributions of others and treat people with dignity regardless of status. Things. This approach not only builds respect, but also creates loyalty because people remember how you made them feel. Thing. Confidence that uplifts rather than crushes is magnetic. It draws people closer, inspires trust. Things, and fosters respect in a way arrogance never can. Another dimension of this quality is humility. Things. Humility is not about devaluing yourself, but about keeping your confidence grounded. Things. A person with confidence without arrogance knows they have strengths, but also acknowledges their limitations. Things. They are not afraid to admit when they don't know something, and they are willing to learn from others. Things. This humility prevents confidence from tipping into arrogance. It shows that you are secure enough in yourself to remain teachable and adaptable. Things. People deeply respect those who combine strength with openness because it reveals balance and maturity, while arrogance isolates and alienates. Things. Humility and confidence builds bridges and connections. Confidence without arrogance is also shaped by preparation. Things. When you prepare thoroughly for your goals, tasks, or challenges, you build genuine self-assurance. Things. This preparation removes the need to exaggerate or pretend because you know you have done the work. Arrogance often hides a lack of preparation, using bravado to cover insecurity. Things. People can quickly tell the difference between someone who speaks confidently because they are prepared and someone who speaks arrogantly because they are overcompensating. Respect flows naturally to the prepared individual because their confidence is authentic. Built on real effort and knowledge rather than empty pride. Another way this quality manifests is in how you handle success. When arrogant individuals succeed, they often boast, take full credit, and highlight their superiority. Confident individuals, however, accept success with grace. They celebrate their achievements, but also recognize the role of others, circumstances, and even failures in their journey. They express gratitude and remain grounded even in moments of triumph. This humility and success commands respect because it shows strength of character. People admire those who achieve great things yet remain approachable and humble. Confidence without arrogance ensures that success enhances your character instead of inflating your ego. The way you handle failure also reflects confidence without arrogance. Arrogant people often refuse to admit mistakes, blame others, or deny responsibility. Their sense of superiority cannot tolerate the idea of imperfection. In contrast, confident individuals view failure as a learning experience. They take responsibility, reflect on what went wrong, and use it as an opportunity to grow. This openness to failure shows true confidence. Because it reveals that your self-worth is not tied to perfection. People respect those who can fail gracefully, learn honestly, and rise stronger without bitterness. This humility in defeat shows more strength than arrogance in victory ever could. Confidence without arrogance also appears in communication. The way you speak conveys whether you are confident or arrogant. A confident person speaks clearly, calmly, and with conviction. They do not need to dominate conversations, interrupt others, or constantly prove themselves. They listen attentively, respond thoughtfully, and allow others to shine as well. Arrogant individuals, however, often speak over others, exaggerate their achievements, and dismiss opinions that differ from theirs. This creates resentment instead of respect. When you communicate with confidence but without arrogance, people feel heard, valued, and inspired. Your words carry weight because they are backed by authenticity and respect. Not by ego or insecurity. Confidence without arrogance is also tied to body language, your posture, eye contact. And expressions reveal how you see yourself. A confident individual stands tall, makes eye contact, and carries themselves with assurance. But their presence is welcoming rather than intimidating. They project calm energy rather than dominance. Arrogant body language, on the other hand, often includes exaggerated gestures, dismissive expressions, or dominating posture that makes others feel small. Respect is not earned through intimidation, but through presence that inspires trust. When your body language reflects assurance without superiority, you create an environment where respect grows naturally. This quality is also evident in leadership. Leaders who are confident without arrogance create environments of trust, growth, and collaboration. They make decisions firmly but remain open to feedback. They guide with vision but never dismiss the contributions of their team. They inspire confidence in others by showing confidence in themselves. Arrogant leaders, however, often create toxic environments because they demand obedience, dismiss feedback, and take all the credit. While they may command authority, they rarely command genuine respect. The difference lies in the balance of confidence and humility, which makes a leader not only effective, but also deeply respected. Confidence without arrogance also requires emotional intelligence. This means understanding your own emotions and the emotions of others. A confident person is in control of their feelings. They do not lash out in anger, crumble under stress, or seek constant reassurance. They remain calm, composed, and centered. They also show empathy, recognizing and responding to the needs and emotions of others. Arrogant people often lack emotional intelligence because their focus is solely on themselves. They ignore or dismiss the feelings of others. Things which damages relationships and erodes respect. When you combine confidence with empathy, people respect you not just for your strength, but also for your humanity. Another key part of this balance is service. Confidence without arrogance recognizes that life is not just about self-promotion, but about contributing to others. Confident individuals use their strengths to uplift, encourage, and empower those around them. They are not threatened by the success of others, but celebrated. They share knowledge, mentor, and inspire without feeling the need to compete constantly. Arrogance, in contrast, views others as rivals or obstacles, leading to jealousy, comparison, and isolation. Respect grows when people see that your confidence drives you to serve rather than to dominate. Because service reflects humility paired with strength. Confidence without arrogance also shows in consistency. Arrogant people often shift their behavior depending on who is watching or what benefits them. They might display charm in public but disrespect others in private. Confidence rooted in authenticity, however, remains consistent. Whether in front of a crowd or behind closed doors, a confident individual behaves with integrity and assurance. This consistency builds trust. And trust is the foundation of respect. People know what to expect from you, and this reliability strengthens their admiration. Confidence without arrogance is steady, dependable, and grounded in truth. The journey to confidence without arrogance often requires self-reflection. It is easy to slip into arrogance when confidence is not balanced by humility. Regularly examining your motives, behavior, and treatment of others helps ensure that your confidence remains pure. Asking yourself whether your words build or belittle whether your actions inspire or intimidate, keeps your confidence aligned with respect. This practice of reflection shows maturity. And people respect those who are willing to evaluate themselves honestly and make adjustments where needed. Finally, confidence without arrogance is deeply attractive because it combines strength with approachability. People admire those who carry themselves with assurance but without superiority. They respect those who can stand tall without making others feel small. They are drawn to individuals who know their worth yet still make others feel valuable. This balance creates an environment of mutual respect. Where confidence inspires rather than intimidates, and humility grounds rather than diminishes. Confidence without arrogance is not about being the loudest in the room, but about being the most authentic, balanced. And respectful presence wherever you go. Communicating with clarity is one of the most essential skills for commanding respect. Because the way you express yourself shapes how others perceive your confidence, credibility, and intelligence. Words have the power to build trust or destroy it, to inspire or to confuse, to unite or to divide. People respect those who can deliver their message clearly, concisely, and effectively without unnecessary complexity or vagueness. Clarity in communication is not only about the words you use, but also about your tone, timing, body language, and intent. When you speak with clarity, you leave no room for doubt, misunderstanding, or misinterpretation. People know exactly what you stand for, what you expect, and what you mean. And this precision strengthens their respect for you because it demonstrates both thoughtfulness and confidence.